Rise and shine, everyone. It is 6 o'clock here on your Monday. Hope y'all out there had a wonderful weekend. I'm Jason Hackett riding solo this morning. Alicia has the morning off. Let's get out to Guy for a look at this very, very hot forecast.
Yes. Good morning, Jason. Right now you have haze outside, so haze will play a factor this morning. Air quality alerts just expired here, and I'll dig into that in a little bit for us in the metro. Still air quality alerts through 6 o'clock this evening in northern Minnesota, where air quality hasn't improved. You still are in the orange for unhealthy for sensitive groups. Even some areas in northern Minnesota are just downright unhealthy to be outside. So limit your time outdoors today. We'll be heating up 82 by 11 a.m. Sun and clouds throughout the day. And again, as you can see, still some haze behind me on this Monday morning. It's 68. 61 is our dew point, which means you can feel the humidity just a little bit. And you got a west-southwest wind at 3 miles per hour. Coming up, oh my gosh, I just dropped my clicker. All right, coming up, I'll talk more about the heat, and I'm tracking some showers. All right, Megan, I got some Butterfingers, so I'm going to go do something about that right now.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to mine really tight just because of what just happened there. Thanks, Guy. Taking a look right now at 35W. These are the northbound lanes. You can see there's some major slowdowns right now at Black Dog Road because I'll show you the situation here. This is in Bloomington. And at 35W southbound and 110th, we have a crash here, something involving this semi. I can't see to the other side here, still working to learn exactly what's going on with the State Patrol. But we do have 2 lanes open right now, definitely slow moving. As you saw, it is backed up to Black Dog Road there, almost to Burnsville. So just be aware this morning that you might want to take 13 to 77 instead of 35W. That might be your best option, or just definitely plan to leave ahead early this morning, Jason, if you are coming in from the South Metro.
And not the greatest start to the commute there.
Certainly not,
All
no.
right, Megan, thank you very much. Let's turn to our top story this morning. Dangerous heat is taking over the metro this week. Temps are rising right now and could hit triple digits in the next 48 hours or so. Eva Anderson is at Bedeh-Makaska right now. That's one of the places, Eva, that people will certainly head to cool off this week.
Yes, Jason, it is beautiful outside, but as you said, the temperatures are going to rise. So places like these are where you might want to be headed. One of the biggest things is just staying cool and protecting yourself from the heat. One way you can do that, of course, is staying hydrated. Doctors recommend that, especially if you are working outside or your kids are playing outside, consume 24 to 32 ounces of water every hour. This is 20 ounces. So again, a little more than that, 24 to 32. And you're also going to want to know the different phases of danger. You'll first enter heat exhaustion. Signs include heavy sweating, dizziness, and headaches. That's different than heat stroke, where your body will actually stop sweating. And parents will definitely want to keep an eye on your children. A child's temperature can rise 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's will. That's according to the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. And coming up in 30 minutes, we'll dive a little more into how to differentiate the symptoms between heat exhaustion and heat stroke and what exactly it'll do to your skin. Jason?
Yeah, definitely one of those weeks where you want to lay off the caffeine and the coffee and switch it out for some water because you're going to need it. All right, Eva reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. And with this heat wave, keeping your home cool will likely be a priority. The first thing you can do is close your blinds or curtains on hot days like today to regulate the temperature in your home. That really does help. I've been doing that a lot lately. You'll also want to make sure doors are fully closed so air stays inside. Also use a ceiling fan. That's pretty helpful here because it uses less energy than air conditioning. Also look into having your air conditioner coils clean to improve efficiency. And finally, think about investing in upgrades. A programmable thermostat will let you set the temperature in your home to use less energy when you're away. In the last few minutes, an air quality alert has been lifted in the northern half of the Twin Cities metro. However, the alert lasts until 6 p.m. for central and northern Minnesota. This is because of that Canadian wildfire smoke. Levels are expected to be in the orange, which is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. So as you see here, a lot going on in the weather department. Make sure you download our free KARE 11 weather app. All those alerts and forecasts right there in the palm of your hand. You'll get personalized forecasts no matter where you are, plus live radar. You can find it wherever you get your apps. You can also scan the QR code right there on your screen. Well, tonight, Brooklyn Center City Council will present its plans for a permanent Dante Wright Memorial. Wright was shot and killed by a former Brooklyn Center police officer, Kim Potter, during a traffic stop in 2021. The memorial is a collaboration between the city and Wright family and Juxtaposition Arts and will be at the corner of 63rd Avenue and Catherine Drive. Installation will start in August or September. The City Council will share more details at tonight's meeting at 6 p.m. This morning, we're learning more about a police dog that mauled a black man in Ohio during a July 4th traffic stop. NBC's Jesse Kirsch has the latest.
I'm Jesse Kirsch in Circleville, Ohio, where the police department is facing questions after the release of body camera footage showing an officer release a dog on a suspect who had his hands in the air. Authorities have said this suspect was an unarmed black man who was exiting a vehicle after a nearly 30-minute police chase that began with an attempted traffic stop. Coming up, we'll have the latest on what we're hearing from authorities, as well as our attempts to get comment from the suspect and the police department here in Circleville. That and much more coming up on Today.
6:06 on the clock. This week in Fargo, a public celebration of life will happen for fallen officer and Minnesota native Jake Wallin. It's scheduled for Wednesday at 1 p.m. at Shields Arena. This weekend, Officer Wallin was laid to rest in Minnesota. He died a little more than a week ago when police say a man ambushed officers responding to a car crash.
You face down a murderous and evil person who was committing to harming others so that others wouldn't have to. That's the mark of a true guardian.
Now, Wallin had been with the department for just 3 months. At 23 years old, he'd already served in multiple tours to the Middle East with the National Guard. Officers Andrew Dotis and Tyler Hawes still facing a long road to recovery. Officials say both have been able to stand and communicate in the hospital. Donations are being accepted to help the officers and their families through the Leadership Care Fund. Fargo says any donations will go directly to the officers' families, not the city or police department. This morning, we're awaiting an update on a 3-vehicle crash near the Wisconsin border on I-94. This happened right around 5 yesterday. The Washington County Sheriff's Office says it started as a pursuit of 2 stolen vehicles out of St. Croix County, Wisconsin, I should say. Leading up to the crash, the SUV and a car were caught on MnDOT cameras weaving in and out of traffic. You see them right here. No word yet on any injuries. Well, the high temperatures we're expecting this week come at a pretty bad time for farmers. Right now, every county in Minnesota and Wisconsin is dealing with some level of drought. This is happening at a crucial pollination point in the year. And with little to no rain, western Wisconsin farmers are seeing the effects beyond their plants.
We've already had phone calls as far as like, hey, are you willing to sell your crop for silage to feed my cattle? So that's something that we're considering if need be. We can still sell a crop, but in turn also like feed some livestock that are close by in the area.
Well, there's also the effects at the grocery store. Less crop to pick from means less selection for you, as well as higher prices.